Good morning, kids. Let's see if I can make this so you can see me. That's as good as I can do. I am at the school. I just dropped Oliver off. They don't have school today. They have spring break next week. By the way, I have each one of you penciled in for a single day next week to take him. Okay? Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. First thing I want to say, and I mean this from the bottoms of the soles of my feet, is thank you so much for you guys who took the time to comment and wish me luck, because I feel your good vibes. I feel them when I read it. Yesterday was a hard day for obvious reasons, and also I lost an uncle. Uncle passed away yesterday. And reading those comments and the love and your enthusiasm and truths, like it was either Diane or Diana who said, you may not make it, be prepared. Amen, sister. See, it's all about truth. And I appreciate that. When you're on somebody's page, be it YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and people blow smoke, I just want to be that person who says, no, it's not okay that you ate a loaf of sourdough bread and now you've got the boo-hoos and people are like, it's okay, tomorrow's a new day. I mean, yeah, to that extent, but when it's constant and all the time, I'm a truth teller and I'm a truth listener, and I know that sounds crazy, but I appreciate it. And you guys are always welcome to tell the truth on my channel, unless you want to call me an ugly crow, and then, you might want to just keep it stuffed inside. So here we go. I'm excited because either way, I know that I have done a good job and I feel good and I'm happy, and I have my lucky earrings on. I have never worn these earrings before. Can you see them? Let me see. I might have to show you later. These earrings belonged to my Tia Anita, who I was named after. And she purchased them herself probably in the 1940s. She was a woman way ahead of her time. She never married. She took care of my uncle, the one who passed away yesterday. Anyways, the ironic thing about me wearing these earrings today is she was not only my great aunt and my namesake, but she was also my godmother. She was a devout Catholic, a Mexican American, beautiful, insanely beautiful woman. And it annoyed the piss out of her that I was a fat kid. It was like she had to love me because I was her niece's daughter and her namesake, and but she didn't. I don't think she liked me too much. I think she wanted to. I think she might have had a difficult life herself in having to raise my uncle, and I don't know. I'm going to have to find out the whole story sometime. She drove a T-Bird. She had the bitchinest. Yes, I said bitchin', because it's 1979, people. T-Bird, again, beautiful. I remember her taking me shopping for clothing. But I remember one thing that stands out that I'll never forget. And I remember it every time I see a pumpkin pie. I remember her rounding the corner one Thanksgiving when I was getting my food, and her saying, "Do you think you have enough pumpkin pie there, Anita?" And just staring at me with those eyes of disapproval. And I remember, I think I was like 10, and I had ponytails, and I had some like mustard yellow plaid, probably just beautiful outfit on. And I remember it just cut to my heart. It was like, okay, it's Thanksgiving, I'm having some pumpkin pie, and Titano is disapproving of me, and it hurt. Because nobody ever said anything about my weight. I was just a chubby kid. I wasn't fat. I guess I was fat, but I wasn't like crazy, insane, off the rails. But I was the only fat kid in the family, now that I think about it. Anyways, so I am wearing Titano's beautiful earrings. I can't even imagine what these things cost in the day. They are so absolutely beautiful. One day my mom FaceTimed me and she said, I'm going through my stuff and I found a pair of Titano's earrings and I wear yellow gold, you wear silver gold. It only makes sense that you have them. And I was just like so excited. So I've had them tucked in my jewelry drawer. And this morning, whilst I was getting ready and yelling to Oliver 500 million freaking times to put a pep in his step and let's go, I thought I'm going to wear these in honor of Titano and that pumpkin pie and my uncle who passed yesterday. He was a love. He was just a love. He was only 65 years old. And when I was a kid, I just thought, that one guy in your family that you think back, you thought he was the funniest person in the entire world. Oh my God, I can't wait to see Mario. He is the funniest guy in the world. He used to have us laughing. He was a camp counselor during the summer for handicapped children. He was just a wonderful man. He did nothing but good things, and of course, I'm sad. My heart hurts that he's gone and that he had to go through the illness. I feel bad for my mom because I think she's getting a little survivor's guilt. Because this is her third sib who has died. I think she has like 10 altogether, counting the ones in Mexico. She has a really interesting story. Her mother and father. Her mother was from here, but her family's from Mexico. My grandfather was from Spain and then came from Mexico. They married. They lived in Los Angeles, and then my grandmother went to World War II. She was a nurse. She was a lieutenant. And while my grandmother was off fighting the war, my grandfather met another woman. Well, they had 3 children here, my mom, my uncle, and my auntie. And he just abandoned ship and went to Mexico and married this woman and had 7 more children. Well, he never told those other 7 children about my mom and my auntie and my uncle, Frank. And then, eventually it all came out and they came here and we got to meet them. And then I finally got to meet my grandfather when I was 13. I went to Mexico City and did Christmas with them. And it all worked out well, but it was kind of a funky story when you get down into it and really go through it. So, here I go. Gosh, I hope I do this. I have a feeling one of 2 things is going to happen. Either I'm going to be like well over, like safe over, I need to lose 1.4. So either I'm going to lose like 1.6 or I'm just going to miss it by a hair on my head and wish that I hadn't had that last cup of coffee. But you know what? Sometimes the anticipation and the planning for something fun, like when you plan for a vacation or something, sometimes that is more fun than the actual trip. For me anyways, I love planning trips. I love the anticipation. So this feeling that I'm having now, talking to you guys and on my way to see what happens, this is kind of the fun part. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, well, let's see. I only have a little bit to go. What else can we touch on? Easter break. I don't know what I'm going to do with that child. We don't have a yard. And yeah, for starters, I need to get him a haircut. He looks like John, Paul, George, and Ringo all at one time. And so, okay, well, I'm almost there. Again, everything that you guys take the time to type out for me is read and appreciated so very much. Because I know you guys get it. You have... like my husband, he gets it. But I mean, I know you guys get it because you're living it. You're going through it. You know the feeling of working hard or not working hard or hoping you get it and not getting it. You guys know where I'm coming from, and I appreciate it. You're all very kind, and I feel like I'm able to share it with someone, and I am sharing it, and it's a heck of a lot more fun than doing it by myself. So, all right, green light, the streets are empty. I'm coming through, world. I'm coming to get my 50-pound charm. I hope they have one in stock. I'm a little overconfident, aren't I? Oh, well, I'm prepared. Have a good day. I'll see you in a little bit. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm done. And doesn't it just figure that my leader isn't here today? She's not here today. She has family back east that she had to go see. And so that bummed me out a little bit. That and my favorite friend wasn't here today either. That and I did not make it. I didn't make it, you guys. Oh, lordy, Lord. But I tried. And yeah, I'm not thrilled. I'm going to be honest, because I just said I was going to be honest. I'm not thrilled. My lucky earrings, she must still be pissed off about that pumpkin pie. Oh, Lord, you got to find levity wherever you can get it, right? So I'm going to pop in a picture of my book. I am shy 0.8 of my goal of 50 pounds. They gave me the opportunity to go pee, but I didn't think I was going to be able to pee out 0.8. And you know what? God bless you guys, and thank you. I'm sorry about the shadow. At least I'm not in the dark like some nurses in other parts of the country. You know, I lost. I worked hard, okay, and that was good, and I still lost. And so I'm still ahead of the game. I'm good. I still lost. This is just a tough couple days, and this is kind of like the icing on the cake. I tried. I know in my heart I tried. And that's all I can do is my best. The best is all that you can do. This whole weight loss thing, we have no control over anything other than what we put in our mouth and our exercise and our water going with the mouth thing. And that's all we can do. And like Diane said, be prepared. And I thought I was prepared, but you know, I think I'm just in a funk anyways over, you know, losing my uncle, but it's okay. It's totally okay. I'm not gonna go home and eat a pile of pancakes, even though, you know what? I have some Kodiak mix that I haven't touched. Maybe I will have a pile of pancakes, because I am hungry. But it's okay, and it was a fun week. It got me going, right? If nothing else, it lit a fire under my ass, and I didn't do anything I shouldn't do, and I'm not going to do anything I shouldn't do. I'm not going to go home. I got a bag full of Easter candy. That's what I have to do. Now, here we go. Here's a good example. I have to go home and stuff Easter eggs for the party tomorrow to throw out for the kids. I have to stuff 40 Easter eggs with, I have the little sizes of Reese's, Rolos, Snickers, and something else. And you know what? I'm not going to eat any of them. I'm not going to have one today while I'm stuffing the eggs, because if I'm going to have one, I'll have it tomorrow while I'm in the spirit and I'm with everybody and I'm enjoying myself. So I'm pre-planning that little bit of candy. I'm going to want one tomorrow because everybody's going to be having it around me. And it's Easter. So I'm going to treat myself, but not today. So guys, we gave it the old college try, didn't we? We did. And you know what? I'll just try again for next week. I think I'm going to still let my hubby take me out to dinner tonight. I need to decide if I want to go to Don Cuco's and have Mexican, which I have not had all year. Except, you know, real Mexican. or Outback for steak and a potato. They both sound pretty tasty right now because I'm hungry. I think I will leave my boy at the program a little longer than I planned. I think I'll go home and just kind of pick up and give myself a pep talk, pull my bootstraps up, whatever that means. I've heard it. I don't know what it means, and I don't have any boots or straps, but I'm going to pull them up, and it's all good. It's Easter. It's a beautiful day. Life is good. Nobody's ill. There's no worries. Whoops, that's a green arrows. Always make me want to go. If I ever get an accident, it's because I'm going to go straight on an arrow. You know, how many times have we thought, man, if I just didn't have that second cup of coffee, did that weigh 0.8 ounces? And you bet when I go home, I'm going to weigh a cup of water and see how much it weighs. But I still lost. Anita, you lost. You have lost. Anita JJJ. You have lost 49.2 pounds. 49.2 pounds. That is an amazing feat. Good for you, Anita. Good for you. Look at you go, girl. And I'm going to keep going. And I'm proud of myself. And I'm grateful for all you friends who are out there rooting me on. And I'm rooting you on too. I keep track of you guys. And I think it's okay. I would not be human if I didn't admit to having a little bit of defeat grief, right? Then who would be telling the truth and who wouldn't be? But I'll snap out of it because I would so much rather have a light heart and be in a good mood and enjoy my day than to dwell on something and waste my God-given day boo-hooing over something that is a done deal and will eventually happen. And what good does that do me or Oliver or Steve or my dogs? Doesn't do anybody good. I lost 0.6 today. Good for me. I'm going to go have some water. I'm thirsty. I usually am prepared. When I go to my meeting, I take my water, banana, and a bar or a Premier Protein. But since I had to get Oliver, they had a special thing at the camp today. They had like a camp out. So I had to find a sleeping bag and a pillow and get his stuff together for him. So I wasn't prepared. And that's okay. So there's my story for today, guys. I didn't make it. Do I hear a little bit of a around the world, around the country from all 30 of you? So, okay. I am going to sign off for now, get a bite to eat, and I'll pop on in a little bit and we'll chat some more before I post this. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Well, I have these silly earbuds in because I just want the sound to be consistent on this video. It's got to be frustrating for you guys when it goes up and down and all around. Looks silly, but who cares, right? I had to go down in the garage and go through some photo albums to get some pictures of my uncle. My mother and father chronicalized and documented our lives beautifully. Since my father was a photographer, retired, everything was caught. And I was blessed. My mom gave me all the family albums, so I have to go through the pictures. And you know what? Today's Good Friday, and I'm feeling a little somber, and I was feeling bad for feeling somber. But I think I have a good reason. But you know what I just thought of? Is I have more weight to lose. And I may not have lost what I wanted to lose today, but I have next week to lose that weight. And my uncle doesn't have next week. And we don't have next week to spend with him. So how dare I be selfish and be annoyed that I didn't lose the full amount of weight that I had to lose? I should be, and I am grateful that I am here to continue with my weight loss and lose it next week or the week after that or whatever it takes. Because this really wonderful man cannot lose weight, spend time with his son, or do any of those things anymore. So I'm sorry for being blue, but I have to be true to who I am. And I'm not going to come on here and pretend to be something I'm not. Everything's fine. Everything's good. It's life. It's death. It's what happens. But I like to be fair in my thinking. And I like to think that's where I am right now. And for anybody who prays, if you want to send Maria some prayers, I think she may be having a little survivor's guilt. But we'll make it through this. We make it through everything. We knew we were losing him. But, yeah. So, you know what? Be grateful for what you got. And I know it's so easy to say, especially at a time like this, right? Well, yeah, Anita, you're grieving. It's easy for you to say. You know, it is easy for us all to say. It's easy for us all to think. But I'm going to try to stand by what I'm saying and what I'm thinking. And if I get a little annoyed at the fact that I didn't lose the full amount that I wanted to lose, I'm going to remind myself of what I just said. I'm going to pop in some pictures at the end here. I'm going to try to remember the darn dog. Because the dog is... Yeah. Last year I got a little bored. Actually, it was like 3 years ago. And I drew some eyebrows on her and it was funny. So I'm going to pop that in here. I'm going to throw a couple pictures of Titano in there. Because I don't know. I'm talking about her. I feel like it. And I'm going to throw some pictures of my uncle in there. And I'm going to throw a picture of Fat Anita at 10 years old who had that pumpkin pie. Because it's funny, right? I mean, that's what's great about life. Is thinking back on all the weird, crazy crap that people say and do, and family and friends, and learning from it and using it later in a story. So I didn't lose today. I had Thanos earrings on. Maybe I should find something pumpkin flavored to have in her honor. That would be one thing to do, huh? Hey, you guys, have a great day. I'm going to finish this coffee, my Tink mug. I'm going to have some water. I'm going to carry on with my day, and I'll see you over the weekend. Thank you, guys.